right, welcome back, everybody. It is the Tim Conway Jr. Show live on 97.1 Free FM. And Frosty and Frank are here from the Frosty, Heidi, and Frank show. Nice to see you, fellas.
Hi. Oh, it's good to be here.
And we're going to do news with Gina in about 5 minutes.
Gina's cute.
Yeah. Look, you guys
Frank.
have met, right?
Briefly. She's wearing a Frank Army t-shirt.
This is where it gets a little embarrassing because I've met them a couple times, but
really,
I'm
just
not
passing in the hall.
Yeah.
You know how my hallway demeanor is too.
Oh yeah.
I'll take this off so Frank can see that I'm wearing a Frank Army
Look
shirt.
at that.
Yeah.
And I made it my
fill
own.
out well,
Thank
really.
you so much. I made
I
it
like the
my
way
own.
you stretched my name out.
Yeah, Frank Army.
Let's see if we can get a picture of that. Maybe
It's
one
right
of the
here.
cameras.
Is it all zoomed in on her?
Oh,
Because
good,
please do
okay.
that.
Frank, who has
I'll move
bigger
my large
breasts,
head.
her or that fish we work with?
I think Gina's are natural.
Wait a minute.
Ding, ding,
Wait,
ding.
Heidi's are not?
No. Heidi was born with nipple. I mean, nipple on rib.
Uh-oh.
Then she went and.
But
When we first met her, she looked like Macaulay Culkin with his shirt off.
Jesus. Yeah, at that point, I mean, when you're having sex with a woman like that, it's just like having sex with a buddy, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But I didn't know that. But, you know,
Not that
Gina,
I know what having sex with a buddy's like.
well, I'll tell you during the break. Gina came in yesterday with her Kiss shirt on, you know, the old, from 1970s.
The Destroyer album one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she goes, hey, look, it says Kiss, right? And, you know, she puts her chest out and it says, you know, Kiss on it. And you can get away with that, like, you know, as a woman. But I could never, like, come to the station with Kiss on my crotch and go, hey, look at this, Gina.
Yeah, lick it up.
Look at that.
No.
Look at
Look
it
at
wouldn't
that,
work.
baby. It just doesn't happen, man.
That's in the handbook. You can't. You're fired immediately.
Just don't call her sweetie.
Yeah,
Oh.
look at that.
Who am I, Barack?
That's amazing.
All right, we were talking about this earlier this week. I want to get your guys' opinion on this.
Oh, good.
Because a caller called up and said, would you be proud if you had a son, well, I guess we'll start with Frosty here, who is exactly 100% like you?
I didn't know you had callers. Are they people in the next room?
It was Jerry Gomez.
Hi, this is Jerry from
Yeah, it's Jerry from the other room. Would you be proud of that?
No.
You
no.
would not?
No, I don't have a self-esteem issue of any kind. I hope you don't all hate me for saying that, but I recognize my flaws and limitations, and I am what I am. If I had a kid, I would want my kid to be all the things that I never was and am not.
Which is like...
Pretty much everything. I want him to be the improved version of me.
What's in the keep pile?
The quick comebacks.
The what?
It's on fire.
I don't know what's in the keep pile.
There's nothing
That's not
in
the point of this.
No,
It's what do I want him to be that I'm not.
Well, I think the key pile is obviously you're responsible.
Oh, please go on.
You keep a job, very articulate.
Right.
The emails that I get from you are very well written.
Aren't they?
He has a nice head of hair, too.
Yeah, those are
You
all
like?
positive.
See
you
how
know?
it shines and
Yeah.
sheens?
It's real nice.
Right. It sparkles in the right light.
But going through the people working the station, would you be proud to have Adam Carolla as a son?
I mean, we're so different. I mean, Adam's a funny guy.
But
I
that's
love
what
it.
you want. You said you want your son to be the exact opposite of you. So if you're so different, wouldn't you like to have Adam as a son?
I would. I don't think I could relate to my kid if he were Adam. I'd like him to be more like Adam than me.
Right.
Adam's more normal than me, if that's the word. But
what if Frank was your son? Would you be proud of that?
No.
You'd molest me.
No.
Yes, you would.
I've known Frank since he was a kid.
And he molested me.
And what,
He didn't turn out anything like I tried to mold him into.
and what if Heidi
I
was
bought him
your?
all the beer and then nothing.
What if Heidi was your daughter? Would you be proud of her?
I would. She's
You
a
would.
sweetheart. No, I mean that. She is.
All right.
Heidi's the real deal.
She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetie.
All right. How about Bonaducci?
Need we answer that?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Tom Likas?
Call me
Tom,
Andrea Yates. Little baby Bonaducci.
All right. Tom Likas is your kid.
No, I don't think I'd steer him to be a Tom.
All
I mean,
right.
Tom is what he is, and what he is very unique and very opinionated. But all the opinions and most of the things he says, I'm not sure that's anything that would come from my stable or my child raising. So no, that's pretty much the
You
opposite
have the
of
same
me.
body type.
Well, this may be true.
All right. Now,
I'm
Frank, what
sorry.
about you? Would you if Carolla was your son, would you be proud of him?
Yeah, of course.
And what about Heidi? Heidi's your daughter.
Definitely.
And what
Heidi's-
about Frosty?
Frosty?
Me.
Oh, I'd beat that kid every day.
So tell me this honestly: if the kid came home and said, "Daddy, Frank, I want to be in band and be in drama club and be in all the plays and musicals," what would you say?
I'd be cool with that, but I just don't want to turn out like you for some. That didn't turn you into who you are.
But I turned out okay. All the kids who were in football and all this crap they're changing my oil. Yeah, I did the plays. I did the musicals. I was first chair saxon band. Look where I am today.
Yeah.
Frosty actually won the state championship for saxophone.
Is that right?
In Indiana.
Yes.
That's a great way to get chicks, too.
I was the first. Tim, you think that's funny?
He has medals.
I was in the left side of the phalanx of the band, marching band representing the state of Indiana in Taft's inauguration.
Wow.
Right.
Jesus Christ. That goes way back.
You guys are within a decade of each other, right?
Yeah. How old are you? You're 41?
What do you think? I'm so
I
youthful.
think you're 41.
Really?
Yeah. How old are you?
You're such a woman.
I'm whatever you want me to be.
Are you in your early 40s?
I'm 29 and holding.
We had another caller, but a guy called up the other day, and I asked him how old he was. He said he was in his early 40s. I've never heard that from a gentleman before. Guys always nail it exactly. How old are you? I'm 46. How old are you? I'm 52. Nobody ever says a guy doesn't say I'm in my early 50s.
If he's, you're right. I'm guessing, Tim, if he says I'm early 40s, that means he's 50. If you say I'm in early 50s, it means you're 62. We all shave off, don't we? Or is it just me?
I'm 30, and I'm really excited about it.
Really?
Yeah. Gina just turned 30.
I just turned 30. We had a drinking show and everything.
All right, Gina Grad is with us as well.
You look good for 30.
Thank you so much.
I saw this. We'll get to the news real quick, but I got to tell you, speaking of sons, I saw a kid in Target today. I was with my wife out in the valley.
Was he muscular and in shorts?
No, he was. I think he may still be there, but he was being a pain in the ass. He was like swearing and stuff. He was only about 10 years old, and his mom started beating him in Target. And so I started walking towards him, and my wife grabs me and goes, hey, you've always told me, don't interfere when it comes to that because the kid's going to get his ass kicked in the parking lot 10 times more if you interfere. And I said, baby, I'm not interfering. I'm going to go pile on. I'd like to take a shot.
Helping.
I'd like to leapfrog over this woman and take a shot at that kid. And don't you wish you could once in a while?
Oh, I tell you.
These kids are like 10, 11 years old, and they're swearing already, and they're back, talking to their mom. If I saw this kid today say "F you" to his mom in public. He said he wanted a toy or something, and she said no. And he says, well, my dad would buy it for me because my dad's cool, but Mom, you're an effing a-hole.
Obviously, they're divorced.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can get away with calling your mom an effing a-hole.
Right. There's some problems. But if I called Marianne Conway an a-hole, or if I ever used the F word towards her, she'd be sitting where you're sitting right now, punching me in the face.
Right.
Until this day. It would have been 40 years of punching me in the face. And not stopping.
And then when your dad, Harvey Korman, got home, you'd be smacked into next Tuesday.
All right, we have the news loaded here. Let's get to it, everybody. News with Gina Grad.
Now, from the 97.1 Newsroom.
Frank Army!
Here's Gina Grad with the news.
Frosty Army. Don't ask, don't tell.
All right, Gina, what's happening in the news, baby?
So much. Well, first of all, American Idol host Ryan Seacrest was the latest guest on Larry King Live, and he had a lot to say about the popular competitive singing show and even more to say about Simon Cowell. And here we have a bit of audio where Seacrest assures Larry that Simon Cowell could not do his job.
Oh, boy. All right, here we go. Ryan Seacrest with Larry King.
Now, there are rumors around that you possibly might get a female co-host. Simon has reportedly, said this, get to who, about getting rid of you and Randy and Paula and replacing you all with Fresh Talent. Have you heard that?
That's shocking. He wants to be on the show himself. He'll do it all. I haven't heard that, but I would love, and I make the offer to him now on worldwide television. Simon, I would love to job swap for you with one episode, one night.
You host.
Feel free
you
to
judge.
host the show. He's so afraid of standing up.
I can't take it anymore. American Idol. I mean, it's. I can't stand even hearing about it.
Who's going to win, David Cook or David Archuleta?
I think
Frosty told me those guys. I don't watch the show.
Yeah, I think the
it's Cook. Of course.
Who's the David who's 15 and he's impersonating a blind guy?
Archuleta.
Yeah, the child.
He's got those crazy blind eyes. He just needs a walking stick and like a blind stick with him.
Doesn't he look like a kid who needs to be beat up really bad?
Yeah,
he needs it.
So what if David Archuleta was your son?
I'd beat him up myself.
See, now
I'd
you know
make
how
him
I
join the
feel
football team
about
and
you.
cut his vocal cords out with a knife. I hope he loses because I don't want to see that face for the next 2 years in the news. Go away.
Are those the two most talented people in America?
In the world.
Is that
That's
right?
it. Those two right there, Tim.
Just the two of them. Now,
Yeah.
you watch this show, I bet, right?
I do, just because, I mean...
He tapes it on VHS.
It's beta. It's beta. Get it right.
You do tape it? You do DVR it?
Well, you know, sometimes I might...
No. He
You
tapes
actually
it
tape
on
it on
VHS.
VHS.
Well, you know.
You honestly are. You still with tape?
He's still the guy with the tape.
And I have tapestries made for my east wall afterwards.
Jesus Christ, man.
No, seriously, he tapes it.
Wow.
Because sometimes I go to sleep when I'm watching television.
Yeah,
you know,
don't you have like a DVR or a TiVo?
What? Know what that means.
What?
You've got to step it up.
I have a Etch-a-Sketch and a a spinning wheel and a loom and a thing with cast
spirograph?
Thank you.
Spirograph.
So you have to. So when you fast forward, you're only like at 2 times the speed.
That's right. I fast forward in actual time, actually.
All right. Frosty and Frank are with us from Frosty, Heidi, and Frank. And Gina's with the news. What else is happening, baby?
Well, as you now know, the California Supreme Court has ruled that gay marriage will be looked upon with the same rights as a heterosexual marriage.
Right.
Yay. And though many people are thrilled about this, others are not so happy.
Like the gays?
Well, a few.
Right.
Shouldn't we have legalized marijuana first before we let the gays get married? Jesus Christ.
The gay pot smokers. Many people have already petitioned California Governor Many people have already petitioned California Governor Arnold
Arnold.
Just the California
Schwarzenegger about taking action to
They got your
overturn
last name right.
taking action to overturn the ruling. And here's what the governor had to say.
All right. Gay marriage, man.
Fixing our healthcare system, fixing our budget system. There's so many other great responsibilities that we have rather than worrying about those kind of things.
All right. Worry about those kind of things.
You're playing this crap. You put me on hold. I'm trying to talk about the Ag booth. I can't take it anymore.
Arnold. You know who the big winner is here with the gay marriage? It's John McCain.
McCain.
Yeah, because they're going to put an amendment on the November ballot here in California, and they're going to say, like they did last time, marriage should be between a man and a woman. And every single Republican, people who even hate McCain, will show up to vote for it. Because Republicans, they come out for this in droves.
But it was already on the ballot. We already voted for it.
No,
right,
we didn't.
but they're going to put it back on the ballot to make it.
No, I thought that was the problem. I thought that California voted.
We did.
And
We
said
voted, and we said
gays
no.
couldn't get married.
Right,
Right.
exactly. Then the Supreme Court overturned it.
It was stricken.
Yes.
So now it goes back in the ballot again?
Yes, it goes back on the ballot again as an amendment to the Constitution.
Can they strike that a second time?
I don't know
It's
if
like
they
an endless
can.
loop of ballots and stricking and ballots and stricking.
I say let them have it.
Yeah,
Stupid
I say
Fs don't know what they're getting themselves into. Seriously.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm married and divorced. Have fun, fags.
But this is if you had, let's say,
I'm just telling you.
let's say you were a gay guy, right? And maybe Frosty, you and I will be the gay
See
guys.
who he turns
okay?
on? It couldn't
And-
be him. It's me. Always the gay fat guy.
And this is
great. Why don't you put a handle in my nose while you're at
And
it?
this is like a month ago we've had this conversation before they overturned the ruling.
Okay, right.
And you asked me, maybe we should get married.
And now I'm screwed, so to speak, because we've had the discussion, and now it's
After
legal.
sweaty gay sex.
See, here's the thing. A lot of people, we talk about this on our show too. A lot of gay couples, I'm guessing, have had the hypothetical discussion: if we could get married, would you marry me? I'd love to marry you.
Right.
Because they knew it would never happen.
Yeah, but up until yesterday, gays had the perfect out. They
It
could
was
say
great.
I'd love to get married to you,
But
it's illegal.
right,
And
throw a
I don't
butt
want
in
to do
it.
anything illegal. Now you don't have that. You got to move out of the state of
But I
California now.
guarantee if they just said, okay, gays, make a choice. You can all get married or we can legalize marijuana. Marijuana would have been legal yesterday.
Right.
No, there's not one gay person who would have voted for marriage.
Right. Well,
Unless you're really, really ugly and gay.
yeah, I don't know
Because
who
then
the
you're
Christ.
trying to lock somebody down.
Don't the gays look at the stats that marriage doesn't work?
And I think that's 52% of marriages fail with straights. And I mean, this could be terribly stereotypical and demeaning and condescending and all that stuff. But don't gays date more with more people than straights? They
I
go
don't
through
know.
more partners.
I think
they
so.
fall in love more and break up more, so they're going to have more divorces.
Well, based on you, that's not even true.
I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's not funny.
You're saying gays have a lot of partners. You're a virgin.
I think gay people, they have more partners, more I'm in love with you, more breakups, blah, blah, blah. So there's going to be more marriages and more divorces, more alimonies.
Well, there's going to be bigger business. I mean, now there's going to be, more cakes. There's more.
Just because you bang a lot of people doesn't mean you get married to every single one of them.
Don't you think gay people are more sensitive? Don't you think they fall in love harder, faster, and more and deeper? I've only known you 2 days. I know I just met you at the Waffle House, but I want you to marry me. And then 4 days later, you break up, and you have to divorce now.
When you have, when you meet a couple of guys at a party, and they're obviously a couple, right? And they introduce each other, this is Steve, my partner, right? And it leaves it open to, is it his partner at a law firm?
Business partner?
Is it a business partner?
See, Tim, that's why you're lucky.
Is it a radio
it's the
partner?
Tim Conway Jr. show.
Right.
When you had the Frosty, Eddie, and Frank show, and we're out together, and I'm like, this is Frosty, he's my partner.
Right, exactly.
And it does not help me out at all.
No, it hurts you.
Because I look like I could be gay.
Well, I don't know.
I got that gay good-looking thing going on.
You're very well groomed.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the gays would really get into you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Frosty looks like he's my,
What? What?
I'm into bears or something.
Right.
I like the chubby, fat, hairy guys.
With door handles in their nose.
But now,
and on their ears.
But now what you're going to hear at a party is, I'm Steve, and this is my husband, Sam. And you're going to have to, try to keep that straight face. When
Is
that
it a
goes up.
Rochambeau for tuxedos and dresses, or what on that? Or both tuxedos?
We talked about this last night. Is it going to be the same tradition where you can't see your husband-to-be the night before? Like he's going to have to stay at his dad's house or something?
Maybe.
And they're going to have to see him the next day, and all of a sudden you go, wow, that's him. And your heart skips, and you go, wait a minute, that's the same tuxedo I've seen him in 400 events. Why is this special? Why did I not have to see him this morning? I understand a woman in a wedding dress, you get to see the wedding dress for the first time, and you're like, oh, man, that's unbelievable.
And instead of something old, something blue, it's something old, something blown.
And there's the old thing about let's save it until we get married. I don't know if there's gay couples like that, but I'm sure there will be if they can get married now. I think I'd marry a woman first, not knowing what I'm getting, before I marry a guy. I mean, I got to test that ass first. I mean, it's an ass.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you got to at least see the stick.
Yeah, it could be just blown out crazy.
Right, yeah.
An ass?
Yeah, he could have
gone. You got to test that before you marry it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't save it.
But then again, getting back to this, I don't understand the attraction to get married. I really don't understand it. Why would somebody want to fight for it?
You're married.
I really don't get it. No, I know. That's why I'm saying it.
Why'd you get married?
That's what I'm saying.
She was pregnant.
But if you're in a group that society said it's illegal to get married, don't you celebrate that every night? I'm in the group that it's illegal for me to get married. I'm a special group, and now they're not. They're like all of us idiots now.
Sucks.
It really does. It's like, George Carlin talked about women getting into the workplace, and their ultimate goal is empty careerism. Because why would you want that? All right, Gina, anything else in the news, baby?
Yes, well, the Sex in the City movie will be opening in wide release
Yay!
2 weeks from tonight.
Woo!
Yes,
Big countdown.
Yes, and with the billboard and TV campaigns going strong, this movie will no doubt have a huge opening weekend. And just to get everyone jazzed up for this cinematic extravaganza, I thought we'd play one of the latest promos for the movie. So without further ado, the newest trailer for the Sex and the City movie.
Here we go. Sex in the City, man.
If you're a middle-aged woman with a drinking problem and a closet full of old, expensive shoes, you're in good company.
Aw, to hell with Mr. Big. Ladies, let's get our fabulous shoes on tonight and get adorably tipsy.
Come join the ladies of Sex and the City for a story about the things in life that really matter.
Cosmos! Shoes!
One-night stands.
Cry with the girls.
My life is falling apart. I could really use a Cosmo.
Laugh with the girls.
Oh, to think I would have missed the shoe sale if I had that one-night stand.
And make bad decisions that are very unbecoming of a 40-year-old, just like the girls.
Oh, girls, I was so drunk on Cosmos last night, I almost had a one-night stand with one of my shoes.
So make a Cosmo, put on your best high heels, and have a little sex. And the City. Movie not recommended for ages 13 or under or women with a shred of dignity.
Look at you, man.
So we're
Sounds
very
like
excited
a fun
about
movie.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And did you hear did you see them on Oprah? All 4 girls came out on Oprah.
No, I
we
missed that.
usually don't watch Oprah, but
Got him doing the show, man.
Yeah, I'm at home at that time.
goes back to the previous discussion, I think, actually.
Tim, did you think they looked a little fake? A little fake happiness with each other, a little fake friendship on Oprah?
I mean, I think it's, Sex and the City was watched by 9 people. And, to do a movie...
I think it's going to flop on its ass.
I think it is, too. Because,
it's not going to be the huge blockbuster you think it's going to be first week.
How many
no,
people
hell
watched it? First of all, how many people have HBO?
It's too expensive.
Frosty doesn't have HBO.
Oh, those
I don't have
premium
it either.
channels, expensive.
I don't have HBO either. Do 3 million people have HBO? 4 million?
But it's syndicated. It's been syndicated now for a while.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that's the version people are into.
What, TBS?
Yeah, they cut out a lot.
Only women watched it, right? When's the
Women
last time
and gay men. There's a lot of us out there.
Sex and the City. You going to go look at it?
What?
Let me be honest with you. Let me just lay it out flat. I'm not going to do this, but I did consider missing work to go to opening night.
Ooh. Are you kidding me?
Only because my friend is having a Sex and the City party, and I was going to dress as Charlotte.
Why don't you just go camp out and be a total douchebag? Seriously. That's ridiculous.
But I'm going to be here.
You just drop some points, sweetheart.
I'm going to be here.
You know what? It's not you, Gina. I'm not getting down on you. It's that goddamn screener's room.
Yeah.
Everybody who works in there turns out to be a lunatic. It was Woolsey before who walked in here, beautiful, naive, great, conservative woman, and she left with a boyfriend who was whizzing all over her clothes in his dresser drawer.
Welcome to radio.
Yeah.
Does the room cause lunacy? Maybe the room itself is cursed.
That's
like
what he
Lost
said.
Island.
That's what he thinks.
I think it is, because she's become a pack rat since she's been here.
I'm a hoarder. Hoarder.
A whore what?
Yeah. She has 2 toasters in her studio apartment and uses neither one of them.
Both of them are in the closet.
Yeah.
Closeted toasters. We can do an hour on that. They can get married now, I hear.
And now you're going to go to a Sex
Well, at least
and the
now you
City
can make
party.
toast, Frosty.
All right.
But wait, Randy
It's not
came
funny.
over today to install my air conditioner, but we didn't end up being able to install it, so now it's sitting on the floor with all the parts everywhere.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, the guy you want to install your AC in your joint is
Handy
Randy
Randy.
Wang. Yeah. Yeah.
Those Wangs, no AC.
Oh, yeah. Do you understand which part went outside and which part went inside?
Not until he was leaving and halfway out the door did we realize what the bolt rack was.
What? Jesus.
There's like a bolted rack.
Yeah, but you got to put on the outside.
Yeah.
Right.
It's going to be an adventure.
Oh, that goes on the outside.
We have
it's
no
a
idea how to
window
put this
unit,
damn thing
sweetheart.
together.
Frank,
right.
next time you're blowing me crap for stuff I bring up, they're talking about air conditioning. You can't
So
give me
we're not
crap
the only
anymore.
show.
See, it
All
works
right.
at night. It works at night.
Yes, Frosty and Frank are with us. We'll continue with the news after the break with Gina Grad, everybody. Frosty and Frank from Frosty, Heidi, and Frank. It is the Tim Conway Jr. Show live at 97.1 Free FM.
97.1 Free FM.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is the Tim Conway Jr. Show live at 97.1 Free FM. Frosty and Frank are with us from the Frosty, Heidi, and Frank Show. Nice to see you, fellas.
Hi, Tim.
Everybody's getting bombed here. I wish I could join.
Yeah, Frosty was a surprise for you.
How many shots is this for you, Frosty?
This is what we had, 2 on the way here and 2 since we've been here. This is number 5, I guess.
All right. So
I didn't pour this when Mr. Alcoholic over there did.
Right. So now we're officially binging.
Frosty was out smoking
Right.
a cigarette, and I poured him a shot.
I'd like to toast Tim's partners past, of which there have been many.
You may have to take 2 shots.
Yeah, he'd still be here if you would have invited him to that imaginary party.
Don't lay that on me.
I'm
We're not
just
going to
saying.
discuss this till the
man.
think tank.
All right. Gina's here. Wow, look at that, dude. That is very impressive.
Did you shoot that?
Is
pretty
that like a
hot,
2-ounce shot, man? You took it down?
Oh.
It's good stuff.
What is that? Is that Jack Daniels?
JD, my friend.
I thought it's JD.
You
Why
were
would
drinking
you-
in the car. Who was driving?
Vince.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You guys had a car pick you up.
Yeah, it was Vince. Wink, wink. Okay, sign.
All right. What else is in the news, Gina Grab?
Well, lastly, in what could potentially be a large victory for American youth, it is being reported that 7 states are considering lowering the drinking age from 21 to 18.
Yay!
Yeah.
My best customers.
Is California one of them?
We'll find out,
I
won't
bet
we?
it's a lot of the southern states.
Yeah, well, mostly it's south of the Mason-Dixon. We
Right.
have a quick clip from Fox News where they take
what?
a quick clip.
Can you still say that on the
Yeah,
air?
I think
With
you
modern rules?
A quick clip from the Fox News network where they take a more in-depth look at this possible change in the legal drinking age.
All right, here we go.
It's been more than 2 decades since anyone under the age of 21 has been able to legally drink alcohol in the United States. But now changes may be on tap in some states, and the ritual of counting down to your 21st birthday could become history. The biggest hurdle facing those particular states, the federal government, which is dangling a giant golden carrot in front of its state lawmakers to keep the 21 to drink thing exactly where it is.
It's an age-old argument over age, the drinking age. In every state in the country, the law says you must be 21. But now 7 states are considering legislation to lower the drinking age to 18. Kentucky, Wisconsin, and South Carolina are proposing bills that would allow only members of the military to drink at 18. South Dakota, Missouri, Vermont, and Minnesota are considering measures to legalize drinking for everyone at 18.
Yeah.
Those states are being applauded by youth rights activists.
Oh, that's fantastic, man.
I'd like to be the first to congratulate the show on the amazing audio qualities of its actualities.
Thank you very
much.
much.
Is that in mono? You gonna bitch about something else, handle face?
Tim, do you remember when it used to be? It used to be 18, 19. It used to be.
I was in Ohio.
That.
I went to college in Ohio because it was 18.
Yes.
I was born and raised out here where it was 21. And my dad went to Bowling Green. My grandparents lived nearby, and I like the Midwest. I like the people from the Midwest. And so I literally went to Bowling Green, and one of the reasons I went there is because you could drink at 18.
Right.
That's how you enjoy college. You don't enjoy college at 21 out here, UCLA. You got to do everything, illegally until you're in your third year of college.
It was 21 though in Indiana though, and that's where I met. Well, I knew Frosty before I went to college. He was over 21. I was 17.
Oh well, you look much older.
So bad.
He was very mature for his age.
And Frosty was the beer hookup.
Oh, don't say that. It's probably a felony.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
How many contributing to the delinquency of a minor do you have?
The statute has passed, right? It's been 22 years.
Yes.
For me, twice.
Just you, Frank.
No,
just
then
you.
Then there was those other group of guys.
Okay, maybe you and those other group of guys, but that's it.
Yeah. Do you now, if you're out in front of a liquor store and
No.
a couple of kids ask you to buy, would you do it?
No, I'm
would
a
you do it,
hypocrite.
Frosty?
No, because that's here's the thing, Tim. If you go out, if you leave your house to go to a liquor store yourself,
Right.
and someone outside the store says, "Will you buy me booze?" Did you leave your house that day to buy underage kids booze? No. Your
Right.
intent was to get booze for you.
Right.
Don't play their stupid game. Okay?
Right.
What are you talking about, hypocrite?
You don't
got
even know
sucked
these
into my
kids. It might be a
stupid game.
stinger. It might be cops, underage.
You barely knew
sweet
me.
tea. You want some
I
sweet
think you met
tea?
me out in front of a bath
It's a setup.
That's where we met.
Whatever. See how he treats me after all those cases?
I have a dilemma with it because I really...
I gave him a roll of nickels and said, it's wine night. Get in there.
Yeah.
Isn't it buy one, get a nickel? I don't know.
But you used to do it, right? Frosty?
Well, do what?
You used to buy liquor for underage
That's why I felt like
consumers.
such a hypocrite and a dick, because Frosty would always do that. He was the coolest guy.
Right.
But then when I reached 21, I was the biggest dick. I'm like, no way. Little sister wanted some beer. Get out of here. No, I wouldn't do it for anybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird for me, though. I'm not acknowledging anything. I'm not confirming or admitting to anything. Is that clear?
All right, but you...
But when I was when I was a teenager, when I was 18, the drinking age, this goes back to the middle 1800s, between 1849 and 1872.
Sure.
The drinking age in Indiana was 19.
Right.
Illinois, 18. So when I was 19, I would drive to Illinois, or 18 by... Well, I'm so confused. Give me another drink. Anyway, because I grew up having no problem with 18 and 19-year-olds buying booze, it's not that big of a deal to me. That's how I grew up.
Right.
Okay.
But when I was going to school
I understand what you're saying.
in Bowling Green, you could only have 3.2 beer.
Which is less alcohol.
Yeah, much less than the regular beer.
You just drink more, though.
Gas station
Right.
beer.
Yeah. But these clowns who work at an AM PM at 1 o'clock in the morning, they're going to check the label for to see if it's 3.2 beer. These guys are barely on two legs. They were 3 months ago they were on all fours, and now they're working at a gas station behind plexiglass. They don't give a rat's ass what you're buying. But I still have a dilemma when kids ask me to buy them liquor.
Well, you are being set up. You're being set up. It's a police sting operation. Don't go there.
I can't have this conversation with a jazzy tune going on in the background. It's freaking me out.
All right, Jared, kill the music.
Turn the wave off.
Jesus
All right, Gina,
Christ.
anything else in the news?
Oh, well, that's the news theme. Crank it up, Jerry.
That's what's happening.
All right, the news with
Crank it
Gina,
up.
everybody.
The news with Gina Grass.
Tim, Frank, and Frosty?
I've had dreams that started like this.
Give us 8.5 minutes, and we'll fill it with words.
All right, there she goes, Gina Grad.
How exciting.
Oh, she leaves now?
Bye.
She presses on, yeah.
Oh, she
doesn't
takes
know.
off? She comes in, then she takes off?
Yeah.
Why did she leave in the middle of the
How'd you luck
segment?
out to get a girl to come in on the show and then
Bye,
take
woman.
off?
I know.
Ours just
Story
sits
of my
there.
life. All right, folks.
Your partners are always leaving, I've noticed. They just leave and spew.
Yeah, well, it's like, Bob Morris says, if we put anyone else in that chair, then anything happens to them, man. It's not them, it's you.
You're next.
You're next, you son of a bitch. All right, folks, do you do this? Are you still buying these kids alcohol nowadays, or do you go through the same thing I do, where it's a huge dilemma, and occasionally I still do it. I hate to admit that.
For strange teenagers who ask you to...
kids, I still
Holy
occasionally
cow,
do it.
Tim.
All right, here are the phone numbers, 520-9710 and 888-520-9710. I occasionally do. I break down.
You think I'd be the coolest guy, but
break
I am
down,
the biggest
dude.
dick when it comes to buying teenagers liquor.
What do you tell them, though, when they ask?
I was like, hell no, get away from me.
Yeah, see, I you know what, I stop and I'm like, you know what, I shouldn't do this. But when I was, standing outside of this same goddamn liquor store, it's in Tarzana. It's a liquor store on Ventura Boulevard.
Now you're saying where it is. Jeez.
I know.
Do you want to go to prison?
But it's the same liquor store that I did it when I was 15 and 16. And I'm standing in front of the same liquor store, the same 15 and 16-year-old kids that used to be me are now asking me for alcohol. And I don't know how to say no to these kids. Because not a lot of people said no to me.
Do they make requests? I mean, like, I remember when I was a kid, I was like, all right, Frosty, go in, you can buy 2 liters of Purple Passion.
You were very picky as I were. Yeah, Purple Passion,
because
yes.
we had the teenage chicks who needed a drink as well, and it's like, okay, they want the Purple Passion.
I want California Coolers.
Right. And all this stuff. So when you're...
Yeah, they're the same way.
If you're a guy in your 40s and you're going into a liquor store and you're buying 2 liters of Purple Passion, some Seagram's... Did they make Seagram's wine coolers anymore?
That happened to me. A guy says to me, he says, hey, can you go in and get me a 4-pack of wine coolers? And I said, well, this is on a whole different level. I'm not buying wine coolers.
I know.
I mean, I'll buy you, whiskey or vodka or something. I'm not walking out of here with wine coolers. I go to this liquor store, every other day.
Wine coolers and a 6-pack of tampons, please, if you don't mind.
The Kiwi Kumquat. We love that.
All right, gang. You can see Frosty, Frosty and Frank and myself, Tim Conway Jr., online right now at 971freefm.com. Go to 971freefm.com. We're doing the show live on the internet until 11 o'clock tonight. So go to 971freefm.com and click on the little picture down there of myself and Frank. You'll be able to see myself, Frank Kramer, and Frosty.
Special guest, Frosty Stillwell.
Heidi, and Frank. Look at that. And we're live at 97.1 Free FM.
.97.1 SoCal's FM Talk Station.
Jesus Christ. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is the Tim Conway Jr. Show live at 97.1 Free FM. The two studs from the afternoon are joining us, Frank and Frosty from Frosty, Heidi, and Frank. Always nice to see you, dudes.
Hi, Tim. Hello, world.
And if you guys want to stop by every Friday, man, that would be great with me.
That'd be fun times, wouldn't it?
Every Friday, man.
No, we just rushed back
Frosty
to the
out of
studio.
house.
Tim and I took a step outside.
Yes,
but we
yeah.
rushed back
What'd you
into the
do out
studio,
there?
and I saw Frosty standing over in the corner over here where the scale... There's actually
there's a weighing scale over there.
over
Yeah,
there.
I did.
Did you jump on it?
You weighed yourself.
I looked at it, but I was scared of it.
All right.
And I've noticed you've reset it to 0.
No!
You didn't leave it on the number.
Oh, you know me so well. I did not step on that scale. I'm scared of scales.
I've never seen tears coming out of a scale before.
Do you know what you weigh?
I do, because I had a physical a couple weeks ago, and it was shocking because my bathroom scale at home, which I weigh naked after I've
and you've
excreted, urinated, and exhaled.
Right.
And you've changed the setting a little bit.
And
you're holding onto the towel bar?
Then I go for the real weigh-in, and my doctor's place. It was like 15 pounds heavier.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And
what'd you say to her when you had your physical and you're standing on the scale?
I said, I'm wearing clothes, and I've had things to eat and drink today, and my urinary tract is full of urine, and that weighs something.
So
I weighed a lot more than
defending yourself to the nurse's aid.
Yeah.
Well, so if
That's a huge bitch.
So if all those things weren't happening, you would be famished?
If you subtract the clothes and the urine and the excreting, I weigh less.
Okay. All right, gang. I was talking to a Frank during the break, and he said, "You really, still do this? You still, buy these kids liquor?" And occasionally, I do it.
Really?
And I feel bad if I do it. I feel bad if I don't do it. I know it's illegal. I know you can go to prison for it.
Yeah, there is that.
But there's something about being such a hypocrite where I got so many people to do it for me. You
probably had such great times as an underage drinker that you want to provide great times.
Exactly, and I you only hope that nothing happens. But if they don't get it from me, they're going to get it from somebody else.
Oh, that's your justification, Tim.
Yes.
I think what it is. You know what I think it is. I figured you out now. I think what it is you still want to be perceived as cool and hip with the young generation.
And obviously I don't.
That's what it is. Because you want them to you want the upcoming generation that could be your grandchildren to think you're still hip and cool and you got it.
No.
So you'll buy them booze, give them drugs, give them whatever they want.
Here's what it is. I am like a beaten housewife that keeps going back to that husband that beats me. When they say, "Can you buy me liquor?" I'm like, "No, I can't. Okay, I will."
But why? What do you get out of this? What do you get out of that?
Because if I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it for them.
I get that, but what do you get out of it?
Right, but I don't get anything out of it.
That's
other than
why
the
you
fact
do it.
that I don't feel guilty when I leave the liquor store if I do it.
That's why I don't do it. I don't do it because I know someone else will.
Right.
So that's why I don't.
Oh, I see.
Let that guy go down.
All right, let's talk to Dane in Las Flores. You're on 97.1.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hey, dude.
Hey, first of all, Frosty, congratulations. Yes. Gay marriages are coming back. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, that's great, Dane.
Tim, I love what you do, brother.
Thank you, sir.
And Frank, you're a hypocrite, man, because you've done it so much. You pimp beer at the liquor store. You know how it is.
Oh, exactly. I know how it is.
It's like paying it forward. Tim's not wrong. He's just giving back to society.
I never thought I would be the guy who wouldn't buy beer for teenagers.
Oh, and I never thought you would either. So I'm shocked.
I'm shocked with myself, Dane.
Yeah. Now, Dane, do you still do it?
Yeah, of course.
How old are you, though?
Because I remember being that kid pimping the beer at 15, 16 years old.
Right.
You know?
Well, you know, here's another reason why I do it, and this might be for the wrong reason as well. But I remember being 15 and asking a guy if he would buy beer for us, and he'd say no. And I always felt like I was like a homeless guy asking for money, and somebody said no. I always felt ashamed, like, oh, yeah, I guess I shouldn't be doing this. And then you get your confidence back up and ask the next guy, and then he does it for you. He's like, all right, dude, I understand. Yeah, thank you very much. Let's talk to Matt in Ontario. You're on 97.1. How are you?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
It's always good meeting all you guys, too. But anyway, I had a weird thought today that could only be described as a stoner thought, so I thought I'd run it by Frank. Now that I am
all right, excellent.
There. You know how Heidi always does her black girl voice?
Yes.
Or you guys have her do her black girl voice? Do you think black people in other countries, like black English people, sound different than white English people, or black French people sound different to white French people?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think that's probably true.
Heidi and I had an acting class years ago with a woman who was black as coal. And she was from South Africa. And the weirdest thing, they gave her a script, and she was like, "Oh, da, I think that you should go over there."
No, wait.
And it was like from a black chick. It's like, no, that's wrong.
Oh, so you thought she was putting on the accent as an act?
No, but that's how she talked.
But you thought it was an act at first. She's like, what an over-actor.
No, I thought the inflection's all wrong. Where's the ebonics in that?
Oh, Jesus.
Where's the yesa? Where's there's none of the...
Was she a black girl playing a black girl in the script?
No, it's how she talked. She was black as black can be. But because she was from over there, she had a voice like that, so she talked like that. It wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Do you know?
And you couldn't wrap your mind around that.
No, it was wrong.
You're confusing
just
me.
wrong as can be.
Chuck in Long Beach. You're on 97.1 Free FM.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hey, dude.
What's up, Chuck?
Hey, Frank, I'm the Chuck from Long Beach that always sends you the emails that you read on air, and I'm really proud of that.
Thanks, Chuck.
Hey, thank you. Frosty, I'm proud that you came out tonight.
Came out? Guy didn't come out? You mean showed up?
Excuse me?
Yeah, got out of the house.
Yeah, I'm glad you showed up. Yeah, no, not everybody's slamming you for the gay thing. I'm not going to do that.
There's no gay.
He's not slamming you for that.
But it sounded like a veiled gay reference.
No, Frosty, I'm just happy that you came out tonight because I was thinking you're going to sit at home all night and go to sleep at a couple hours ago. And but to get on the subject, I let my son have some alcohol here at home, and it's such not a taboo to him that he doesn't even care. I offer it to him. He goes, "No, I'm good." You know, he just passes on it.
You know, he doesn't care when I offer it, too. It's amazing. I didn't know you were actually doing that as well.
Charlie, have you been going over to Frosty's house and not telling me? Maybe. He just said maybe. Oh, my God.
Wait, Chuck, how old's your kid?
He's 15.
Oh, he lied. He said he was 12. Lying little bastard.
Yeah, 15's way too old. Come on,
Lose
Chuck.
my number, kid.
That's why you were going to, okay, because he thought you were 12. Oh, he's actually 15, Frosty.
Frosty's not into 15-year-olds, please. But that is interesting area, a stone thought, and I have those occasionally when I'm drinking or occasionally hit the weed. And here's what one of them is, and maybe this is again only people who are high or drunk would think about this. But you know when they have, like in the San Fernando Valley, all of us live in the valley, and they're going to put up a new office building. And you're going to need underground parking, so they take all that dirt. You know, they take like 7,000 trucks of dirt, and they take it out of the valley, right? I always think that that's conducive, and that probably will cause earthquakes because you're moving the land around. You know, you're taking all this land and moving it out of the valley, and eventually it's going to settle.
It's like making less pressure on that one area.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, the pressure. I mean, if you dig down, like on Ventura Boulevard in Tarzana, where Yolanda, it's just west of Reseda, they're putting up a big office or a big shopping center there, and they must have dug down about 55 feet underground, and it's got to be a half a square block. That's got to be hundreds and thousands of tons of dirt.
Where does the dirt go? They move
I don't know
it
where it goes, but if they move it out of the valley, then there could be another earthquake in the valley.
Right,
That's a great stone thought.
Al Gore could do a documentary on this, the moving of the earth. It's wrong.
Let's move the island.
Yes. All right, Frosty and Frank are with us from Frosty, Heidi, and Frank. It is the Tim Conway Jr. Show live on 97.1 Free FM.